Glad you to join us right here on Luntha television. It's time for news updates. My name is Charity Chilanga. Appealing for action and prayers for all people suffering the consequences of war, Pope Francis invokes just peace and reiterates his belief that war is always a defeat. Pope Francis has made constant appeals for peace and for negotiated solutions to conflicts across the world, never neglecting to mention and to pray for those suffering from violence and displacement in Ukraine since the Russian invasion over 18 months ago. He has also made reiterated appeals for ceasefire, for the release of the hostages, and for the entry of humanitarian aid into the besieged Gaza Strip since the beginning of violent hostilities between Hamas and Israel on October 7, 2023. President Dr. Recep Tayyip has arrived in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia ahead of the Saudi Africa Summit to be held on Friday. Dr. Jabela arrived at King Khalid International Airport at 5:30 a.m. The president was welcomed by Minister of Foreign Affairs Nancy Tembo, Malawi's ambassador to Kuwait and responsible for the Middle East Yunus Abdul Karim, and Saudi government officials. The Malawi leader is in Saudi Arabia to attend the Saudi Africa Summit, which seeks to strengthen ties between Africa and Saudi Arabia, which is an economic powerhouse in the Middle East. Key among President Jabero's engagements while in Saudi Arabia will be the signing of a financing agreement for the Maganjila-Mangochi Road and holding meetings with fertilizer manufacturing companies and oil companies, among other bilateral talks. Government, through the National Planning Commission (NPC), says Malawi is poised to achieve most of the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs) by 2030, a year set by the United Nations UN for countries to meet them. Speaking on Wednesday during the African Institute for Development Policy (AFIDEP) and National Planning Commission Policy Dialogue at Bingui International Convention Center (BICC) in Lilongwe, NPC's Director of Knowledge and Learning, Dr. Joseph Nakori, said that based on their national reviews on how the country is progressing in its strategies aimed at achieving SDGs, the country is likely to meet goals number 2, 3, 4, 6, and 14. The said goals call for achieving zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, clean water and sanitation, and life below water. The Electricity Supply Corporation of Malawi ESCOM has launched the Automatic Generation Control (AGC) modern system of controlling power generators to improve frequency regulation and system stability. According to ESCOM, automatic generation control is used to maintain acceptable frequencies during normal operation due to fluctuations in load and variable energy resources. Minister of Energy Ibrahim Matola led the launch in Brantia. Malawi Electoral Commission (MEC) says ballot papers from the Central Constituency by-election will arrive at Kamuzu International Airport tomorrow, Friday at 11:50 a.m. through Emirates Flight EK9747. MEC spokesperson Sangwani Mafrira says upon receipt of the ballot papers will be dispatched straight to the constituency nerve center, which has been set up at Mtandi Strategic Development Center (TDC) in Luntha, where they will be kept until the day of distribution. 3 candidates are expected to battle in the by-election scheduled for November 16, 2023. They include Willard Alfred Gwingwe of the Malawi Congress Party (MCP), Jacob Joseph Kaumpawi, an independent, and Andrew Lekha Ndungawesa, representing the Democratic Progressive Party (DPP). The Reserve Bank of Malawi (RBM) has adjusted the buying and selling price of the local currency kwacha against the US dollar by 44%, effective today, November 9, 2023. A statement from RBM issued last evening indicates that the kwacha will now be selling at 1,700 kwacha against $1 from 1,180 kwacha. The bank says this is a result of an assessment it conducted, which among others revealed supply and demand imbalances of the currency on the market. This, however, comes as the International Monetary Fund (IMF) is expected to make a decision next week on whether to grant Malawi an extended credit facility (ECF) or not. Former Reserve Bank of Malawi (RBM) Governor Dalitso Kavambe says the country should expect further depreciations of the kwacha, as the 1,700 kwacha to $1 exchange rate is still below the market equilibrium. And in other news, thousands of people have been forced to flee to the Sudanese region of West Darfur amid fears of ethnic cleansing, a medical charity says. Witnesses have accused the paramilitary group Rapid Support Forces (RSF) of targeting and killing non-Arabs, with reports of hundreds of deaths. This comes after the RSF captured the Sudanese army headquarters in West Darfur capital of El Geneina. The RSF says it is not involved in what it describes as a tribal conflict. It has been battling the army for control of the country since April. And that's about what we had time for in this edition of News Updates. My name is Charity Chilanga. Good afternoon.